And here we go for the Madrid Circuit Grand Prix in Spain. F1 comes to Madrid, and today this is the first race of Madrid in 2026. First place, Lando Norris leading the pack. Hadjar Verstappen right there. Kimi Antonelli right behind Verstappen, catching Verstappen on the corner. Lando Norris leading the pack. It's really hard to memorize this track around here. One of the hardest, I think, the hardest track on the calendar. Kimi Antonelli smashed his rear bumper a bit there. Not really that good. Lewis Hamilton, 5th place, trying to catch up. Isaac Hadjar going through the speedy corners of Madrid Circuit. Charles Leclerc, 8th place, trying to keep up with everyone, but falling down. Hulkenberg is not going to earn that much money at all because he's in last place. Now, as we move on, we got Lando Norris speeding away from everyone, about a second and a half away from everyone. The grandstands are full with people, and this is a new racetrack that was only built a few months ago. And Max Verstappen, 2nd place, trying to grab onto that first place leaderboard so he can become 1st place. But Max Verstappen is leading the championship at the moment. Lewis Hamilton gaining on Isaac Hadjar, so overtake for Hamilton right on the outside, nearly getting Hadjar caught on that corner. Lando Norris gaining speed 2 seconds away from any other driver. 2 seconds away from the driver in 2nd place, Max Verstappen. George Russell, last place, unfortunately, going down to 22nd. And about 3 seconds away from any driver, like Hulkenberg and Stroll. Lando Norris leading the pack like a champion, trying to win this championship as fast as he can. Get it? Because he's going fast? Never mind. Now, we're going through the corners of Madrid. Max Verstappen trying to keep up with Lando Norris's pace through the circuit, speeding down the circuit at over 200 miles an hour on the straights. This circuit is harder than Monaco, and Monaco is hard, but this, much harder than Monaco. Antonelli defending off the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton round this circuit, trying to keep as far away as he can from him, and in the process he wants to get so far away, and Lewis Hamilton went into the pits. Now Lando Norris gaining so much speed, he's definitely going to win this race. Pierre Gasly has the fastest lap at the moment, doing a lot of struggling at the moment. An overtake from Pierre Gasly to 7th place. Lawson must be so mad right now and disappointed. Now Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Lewis Hamilton just coming out the pits, and George Russell right there. He might overtake. They just came out the pits, and George Russell tries to take the overtake, and George Russell leads in 21st place. Now Lando Norris still in 1st place, looking like he's going to win this race, following Max Verstappen and Isaac Hadjar, the 2 Red Bulls fighting. Kimi Antonelli going a bit wide there. I think his bumper is cooked. Yeah, his bumper's not there, and he needs to go into pits. Now, anyway, Piastri going so fast, but Kimi Antonelli is letting all the drivers pass so he can go. He's letting all the drivers pass so he can go to the pits without being really slow. And just warming up his tyres. A sad moment for Kimi Antonelli. Now, Max Verstappen actually catching up a bit over there. Lando Norris believing he can do it, believing he can win the new track Madrid circuit in Madrid in Spain. Going seriously fast through the straights and round this corner. We're etching closer to the final lap. Followed by Max Verstappen and Isaac Hadjar. Piastri trying to keep up with the 20-year-old Hadjar through in his McLaren. Lando Norris getting closer to the finish line for the 5th lap of Madrid circuit. Now going past the pits, going all the way down here and turning in on the straight. Here we go, the last lap of the Madrid circuit. Now Max Verstappen keeping up with the pace, trying to get through the corners as fast as he possibly can to try and catch up with Lando Norris. This is possibly one of the hardest tracks on the grid, probably the hardest on this whole thing. Oscar Piastri trying to keep up with Isaac Hadjar, but the 3-second gap is opening and opening and opening and opening and opening and opening and opening. So he probably won't get to that point yet through the race. Max Verstappen pulling off the fastest lap around the whole track. Well done to Max Verstappen. And Oscar Piastri following behind, going incredibly slow. Now Kimi Antonelli through the corners, 30 seconds away from Charles Leclerc and about a whole lap and a half away from Lando Norris. And he just turned onto the 5th lap. And Lando Norris coming up to the finish line around here. Max Verstappen trying to keep up with the lead. But Lando Norris getting closer and closer to the finish line. Max Verstappen is right there. And Lando Norris wins the Madrid Circuit Grand Prix in Spain, followed by Max Verstappen and Isaac Hadjar. Or will it be Isaac Hadjar? And just hanging on, Isaac Hadjar. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Woo-hoo!